At the beginning of the movie, we see a former F1 racer named Sonny Hayes. Since his accident during an F1 race back in 1993, he has never returned to Formula One. However, he continues to make a living by participating in small and local races. In one such event, the 24 Hours of Daytona race, Sonny takes part as a driver. His turn to drive comes late at night. When he swaps places with his teammate, their team is in 7th position. But once Sonny gets behind the wheel, he overtakes every car in front of him and pushes the team up to first place. Later, when Sonny hands the car back to his teammate, that driver manages to maintain the lead, and eventually, they win the race. After the victory, Sonny doesn't even touch the trophy. Instead, he makes a decision. He's going to walk away from racing. When his manager tries to convince him to stay, Sonny refuses and says, "If my heart ever wants it again, I'll come back." After Sonny's race victory, his former F1 teammate Ruben, who is now the owner of an F1 racing team called Apxgp, hears about it. Ruben initially tries to hide his identity just to have a little fun, but Sonny recognizes him immediately. Then Ruben tells Sonny about his team, Apxgp, how this year they haven't been able to score a single point in any race. If they fail to earn points in the next 9 races, the board will shut down his team. He also explains that his first driver has already left, and though the second driver is talented, he still lacks experience and skill. After saying all that, Ruben offers Sonny a chance to join his team. Sonny immediately turns down the offer, but Ruben leaves him a first-class ticket to London and walks away. Later, Sonny asks a restaurant waiter, "My best friend just gave me an offer. Should I take it?" The waiter replies, "That depends on how much money we're talking about." Now the scene shifts. We see the Apxgp team practicing at England's Silverstone track for their upcoming race. In a few days, they'll be competing in the British Grand Prix. The team's second driver, Joshua, is doing a test drive, but there's a problem with his car. However, he can't figure out exactly what's wrong. He tells the technical director, Kate, that the car slows down during turns, which makes his lap time longer than expected. The team principal, Casper, tries to motivate everyone, and just then, someone is seen walking toward them. It's none other than Brad Pitt. Sonny Hayes. Seeing Sonny, Ruben becomes very happy. Meanwhile, Joshua's coach reminds him to keep up his performance because Apxgp might be sold at any moment if things don't improve. Ruben introduces Sonny to everyone, and it's clear that Joshua feels a bit jealous of him. On the other hand, Casper doesn't trust Sonny right away. Ruben then tells Casper, "Sonny being here is a blessing for Apxgp." After that, Sonny gets into the car for a test drive. While driving, he quickly realizes that there's a problem with the rear tires. Even so, he tries to push harder and ends up spinning the car out of control. As a result, his lap time is slightly slower than Joshua's, which makes Joshua secretly happy. But after all the technical issues are fixed, Sonny drives again. This time much better, though he crashes at the end. Luckily, he isn't hurt. When everyone checks the lap times, they're surprised to see that Sonny was actually faster than Joshua. The Apxgp team officially announces Sonny as their new driver. The news immediately creates a huge buzz in the media because, after the terrible F1 accident in 1993, Sonny Hayes has returned to racing after 30 long years. Back then, he was considered one of the most talented drivers in the world. During the press conference, reporters start asking him uncomfortable questions about his personal life, especially about his past gambling issues and illegal street racing. Sonny, however, doesn't give long answers. He just replies with short words like, yes, no, or maybe, keeping it brief and calm. The next day is race day. Sonny prepares himself seriously. Before the race begins, Ruben introduces him to one of Apxgp's main investors, a man named Peter. As the race starts, all the cars take off, except Sonny's. Everyone, including team principal Casper in the audience, turns their eyes toward him. They think maybe Sonny forgot how to start the car properly after being away from F1 for so long. But soon, it becomes clear. This was a clever trick. According to F1 rules, during the formation lap, all cars must drive under a limited speed before the race officially starts. Because Sonny stayed behind, once he starts moving, he's allowed to go faster than the others to catch up, which helps heat up his tires faster. And in F1, everyone knows, hot tires mean more grip and higher speed. Sonny uses this trick perfectly. When the race begins, he starts overtaking cars one by one. His grip and speed are superior because his tires are already warm. The whole crowd, including his team, realizes the genius behind this move. However, as the race goes on and other cars' tires also heat up, they start to catch up and overtake Sonny again. Meanwhile, when Joshua, the second driver, goes for his pit stop to change tires, something goes wrong. Normally, it takes about 2 to 3 seconds for a pit stop, but Joshua's takes 7 seconds, and Sonny's later stop takes almost 10 seconds. A disastrous performance for any F1 team. Because of these pit stop mistakes, both Apxgp drivers, Sonny and Joshua, fall far behind in the race. Eventually, both of them end up driving side by side, neither wanting to give up their position. They push harder and harder, until finally both cars crash into each other. It becomes a shocking moment. The first time in F1 history that two drivers from the same team crash into each other this way. After the race, tension rises. Joshua angrily blames Sonny for the crash, while Sonny refuses to admit fault or give up his place. Later, while Sonny is taking an ice bath, Ruben comes to talk to him. He asks if Sonny caused the crash intentionally, maybe to ruin the team's image. Sonny firmly denies it, saying, "Why would I destroy something I've already worked so hard to win?" Ruben warns him not to repeat such a mistake again and suggests upgrading the car before the next race. Sonny agrees and goes to meet Kate, the team's technical director, to discuss the upgrades. While having a beer with Kate, Sonny flirts with her playfully, but also teases her a bit, asking how she managed to become a female technical director in a field so dominated by men. Kate smiles and shrugs it off. Before leaving, Sonny confidently tells her that in the Hungarian Grand Prix, he'll attack aggressively and overtake everyone. But for that, he needs an upgraded car. Kate replies sharply that he'll only get the upgrade if he can finish one clean race without crashing. The night before the Hungarian race, Joshua sits down to watch Sonny's legendary 1993 Spanish Grand Prix, the race where Sonny had once brilliantly overtaken everyone and taken the lead, before suddenly crashing out. That memory shows how close Sonny had once come to greatness. The next morning, it's race day. Everyone in the Apxgp team begins preparing for the big event. Each driver chooses between two strategies. Plan A, using soft tires for higher speed but requiring more pit stops. Plan B, using hard tires which last longer but have less grip and slower performance. But Sonny? He quietly says he's going with Plan C. No one really understands what that means. As the race begins, chaos erupts early. Within the first few laps, 3 cars crash and drop out. Meanwhile, Sonny damages one of his own tires and is told by his team to come in for a pit stop. When he enters the pit, Sonny demands soft tires, but the team gives him hard tires instead. Furious, Sonny refuses to start the car. The whole pit crew panics, and finally, they switch the hard tires for soft ones, exactly as Sonny wanted. This was part of his mysterious Plan C all along. Once back on the track, Sonny immediately uses the advantage of his soft tires, pushing the car at incredible speed. He attacks another car so hard that it crashes and goes out of the race. Because of that crash, a safety car is deployed. As per F1 rules, the job of the safety car is to slow all cars down to a fixed speed limit, and during this period, no one is allowed to overtake. However, teams can still perform pit stops during this time if they want to. Several cars take advantage of the safety car period to change tires. Joshua also makes a smart move, staying on track and gaining a few positions while others pit. Meanwhile, Sonny returns to the pit lane again to change his front wing and then continues his bold strategy. When racing resumes, Sonny once again attacks aggressively, and everyone starts realizing what his Plan C really was: to use unpredictable timing, smart tire choices, and chaos to his team's advantage. He's not just racing for himself, he's trying to crash or disrupt the field strategically so that Joshua can get into the top 10 and finally earn Apxgp, their first points of the season. However, Joshua doesn't fully understand Sonny's strategy. He keeps asking the team to let him change tires, but the engineers tell him to stay on track, warning that another pit stop would cost him crucial positions. Soon after, Sonny attempts another risky overtake, but in the process, he collides with one of the race's sponsorship barriers, causing debris to scatter across the track. The safety car is deployed again. This time, Joshua quickly dives into the pit, and his team performs a flawless tire change in just 2.9 seconds. When the race resumes, Joshua finds himself in the top 10 for the very first time. And just like that, Apxgp finally scores their first championship points of the season, all thanks to Sonny Hayes' unpredictable but brilliant Plan C. After the race, everyone praises Sonny for his brilliant plan. Joshua goes to thank him, but Sonny jokingly mocks him, saying, "There's nothing to celebrate. You only finished 10th. Later, we see both Sonny and Joshua preparing for their next race. One night, Sonny visits Kate and notices that she has upgraded the car exactly the way he requested. During a team meeting, they discuss their upcoming race, the Italian Grand Prix, where there's a strong chance of rain. Knowing that wet conditions change everything, Sonny decides to go with hard tires for stability, while suggesting soft tires for Joshua to keep him aggressive on track. When the race begins, Sonny drives defensively, blocking every car behind him so they can't overtake. Meanwhile, Joshua pushes hard and climbs up to 4th position. Just like in the previous race, Sonny intentionally causes a mess in the pit lane to trigger a virtual safety car mode, which forces every car to drive at a fixed speed limit. Suddenly, due to heavy rain, the 2 cars in front of Joshua go into the pit for tire changes, allowing Joshua to move up even higher in position. At the same time, the No. 1 driver Max tries to enter the pit, but Sonny deliberately blocks him, giving Joshua a clear track ahead to fight for the lead. Joshua now races for victory, and Sonny radios him, saying that he'll signal when it's time to overtake. But Joshua, driven by emotion and pride, tries to overtake on his own. At a dangerous curve, he loses control and crashes badly. The accident injures Joshua's arm and he's immediately taken to the hospital. When Sonny goes to visit him, Joshua's mother angrily blames Sonny, thinking Joshua's crash happened because of him. Sonny doesn't argue. He stays silent and leaves quietly. The press also turns against Sonny, blaming him for the crash, but as always, Sonny simply answers their questions with yes or no, without showing emotion. While Joshua recovers, Apxgp brings in a new driver named Luca Cortez, and with him as teammate, Sonny earns several points in the following races. When Joshua finally returns, his anger towards Sonny still burns. During their next race together, they both drive like rivals, each refusing to give the other any space. At one point, Joshua aggressively attacks Sonny's car, and both of them crash out of the race. After the race, Sonny, furious, tries to punch Joshua, but Kate sees them and stops the fight just in time. So Kate calls both Sonny and Joshua to a bar one evening. There, she says, "Let's play poker. Whoever wins will decide the setup for the next race." Sonny, being an experienced gambler, easily understands the game, but intentionally loses. After the game ends, he tells Kate something that impresses her deeply. That night, the two of them spend the night together. Later that night, Sonny dreams about his 1993 accident, the same one that ended his F1 career. He wakes up sweating and goes to stand alone on the balcony. A moment later, Kate joins him. She tells Sonny that as a woman in Formula 1, she constantly has to prove herself as a technical director to show her ex-husband that she's capable and successful on her own. She tells Sonny, "Even if not for me, you have to win this race for yourself." Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. When Kate opens it, Ruben is standing outside. He urgently tells them to come with him because FIA inspectors have arrived to check their car. Someone had informed the FIA that Apxgp's car might have illegal modifications. Because of this, the FIA orders that all upgrades must be removed until the investigation is complete and the car is proven legal. When the next race begins, Sonny is visibly angry and frustrated. During the race, he drives recklessly and ends up crashing badly, suffering serious injuries. He is immediately taken to the hospital. There, Ruben reviews Sonny's medical reports from 30 years ago, from the time of his old F1 accident, and becomes furious. He yells at Sonny, "With such a serious condition, how could you still be racing? You should have told me before anything else." Then Ruben in anger tells Sonny, "From now on, you're done. Take your salary, your belongings, everything, and leave by tomorrow. You're finished with Apxgp. You won't race for my team again." Saying this, Ruben walks away, leaving Sonny devastated and alone. Meanwhile, during a simulation test, Joshua realizes that the accident at the Italian Grand Prix wasn't Sonny's fault after all. Feeling guilty, Joshua goes to the hospital to apologize to Sonny. But when he arrives, he finds Sonny and Ruben arguing intensely. Sonny is packing his things, preparing to leave the team. Just then, their investor Peter arrives and reveals that he had planned to sell the team long ago. At that moment, Sonny steps forward and somehow manages to save the team from being sold. Impressed, Peter tells Sonny that if he helps the team win again, he'll make Sonny the new team principal. When Sonny asks what will happen to Ruben, Peter coldly replies, "I'll give him something, maybe some place to go." That's when Sonny realizes that it was Peter who leaked confidential information to the FIA, causing all the trouble for Apxgp. Meanwhile, for the final race of the year, the Dubai Grand Prix, Joshua prepares hard, following the same training routine Sonny used to do. During practice, they suddenly see Sonny approaching from a distance. Everyone in the team is surprised and excited to see him back. Ruben is completely shocked to see Sonny standing there. Sonny calmly tells him, "Legally, my contract still stands. You can't remove me from this race." Ruben, still worried, tells him as a friend, "Sonny, I can't let you race in this condition." But Sonny looks him in the eye and says, "I'd rather die than miss this race." The scene shifts to the Dubai Grand Prix. Peter is stunned to see Sonny standing at the racetrack. Sonny looks at him and sends a little wink emoji from his phone, calm and confident as ever. As the race begins, both Sonny and Joshua start improving their positions lap by lap. But soon, another driver deliberately punctures Sonny's tire. He's forced to enter the pit stop and change tires. While most teams are busy changing their own tires, Joshua keeps pushing hard on the track, climbing up the leaderboard until he reaches the first position. However, after his own tire change, Joshua's position drops again, while Sonny starts to recover and climb back up. Eventually, Joshua regains the top spot, but with only 4 laps remaining, Lewis Hamilton overtakes him and takes the lead. Meanwhile, a Mercedes driver attempts to attack Sonny, causing a major crash. Sonny's car spins wildly, but he manages to regain control and get back on track. Due to the crash, part of the racetrack is damaged, and the race is temporarily stopped for 10 minutes. During this red flag break, teams are allowed to repair their cars, and the entire Apxgp team realizes this is their lifeline. This pause could help them turn the tables and win. As the red flag period ends, the cars take their positions again. With fresh new tires, Sonny overtakes Joshua and aggressively attacks the cars ahead, pushing past them one by one. Soon, only one car remains in front, the GOAT himself, Lewis Hamilton. Using a shared strategy, Sonny and Joshua coordinate perfectly. Joshua overtakes Hamilton and takes the lead, but in a shocking twist, Hamilton strikes back and overtakes Sonny again, reclaiming the top spot. At this point, everyone knows, if either Joshua or Sonny sacrifices their car, Apxgp can still win the race. Hamilton tries to overtake Joshua once more, but this time both of them crash and are forced out of the race. Taking advantage of the chaos, Sonny pushes his car to the limit, storms ahead, and after a fierce struggle, crosses the finish line first. Sonny Hayes wins the Dubai Grand Prix. Joshua, despite crashing out, is genuinely happy for Sonny. The team celebrates together, their joy echoing through the track as they lift the Apxgp banner high. After the race, another team principal approaches Joshua and says, "If you ever think about leaving Apxgp, call me." Joshua smiles and replies, "No thanks. I'm happy where I am." As Sonny prepares to leave, he pats Joshua on the shoulder and says warmly, "Keep racing hard. You've got a bright future ahead." Meanwhile, we see an emotional scene between Sonny and Kate, silent, heartfelt, full of unspoken words. Then Sonny quietly leaves the crowd, driving his covered van toward a beachside race in Mexico. It's a famous off-road racing event. Even though he left Formula One, racing never left him. He walks up to the organizers and says with a grin, "Need a driver? I'm Sonny Hayes, F1 champion." And with that, the movie ends. So don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, everyone.